In this video, I will take you along on my most recent windsurf competition experience. I went to the first foil slalom competition that I ever did in my entire life. I was very nervous. It was the Racer of the Sea competition that we are also sponsoring with our surf shop, the Wind Lounge. And I would say, without further ado, let's get right into the competition action.
Uh, 10 minutes you still have left to go to the starting line. People say high stress levels are good for high performance.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
Okay, will you win nonetheless?
Well, I have to fight against Casper, I have to fight against Niels, my two YouTube companions. And the clear goal is to win this battle.
Lycra. Don't forget your Lycra.
The Lycra. But in order to win this Lycra, I need to manage to get to the starting line.
I will help to carry down your board. Have you checked the screws in the foil?
The battle of the YouTubers. Yeah, screws, blah blah.
Okay, so you're purely stress and you will win now with this stress level?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the plan.
I want to win. And we're here at the Racer of the Sea. It's a beautiful event. We just filmed the entire event site, but everything got deleted, so no footage.
And a little less apple. Harness.
Anton must film with me wrong.
Harness. So.
What? Oh, this is a disaster. Pure disaster. Oh, Niels tried my harness and he's...
You can fall through it, right?
Man.
What?
The guy needs to do a diet.
He has to eat less.
Yeah, eat less. That's the first thing.
Niels is a lovely guy.
Niels is beautiful.
But you have to destroy him on the water nonetheless.
So guys, as you just saw, even though the Race of the Sea is a fun race, of course I wanted to do well, but I was a little bit late with rigging my equipment, so I was very stressed already before the first races happened. And before we now get into the races, where I will take you along on 3 full races, I just want to quickly emphasize that if you enjoy this kind of content, feel free to leave me a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're new here. I'm uploading new windsurf content pretty much every week, also lots of tutorials for beginners, intermediates and so on. And of course guys, one more little advertisement. As you see, we are here in the Wind Lounge, our surf shop. The website is linked down below. You can check out the entire online shop. We have all the amazing accessories that you could think of. And of course, if you need advisory or help, we are really happy to help you guys out there to find the right kind of equipment. So check that out. It's linked in the video description. And now let's get into race number 1. And yeah, as you saw, I was basically running outside and now you can see me warming up a little bit because we had a delay with the start. This is something that you know is very normal with races, so you have a lot of waiting actually also out there on the water, and this is something that you need to get used to. But for me it was also very nice to do some free jibes and see how the equipment felt, because I never was really sailing slalom foil on the open sea. It's very different to foiling on lakes, so I was very happy that I had a few minutes there. And now you can see me sailing at the starting boat. This is the starting boat and they're having all the flags. And now basically the first race is starting and you can see me in the middle of the picture. I'm the one on the black sail who's not foiling. So you can already tell my start was really bad. You also see a lot of IQ foilers above me, also some other guys, but below me are actually Niels and Alexander, and they are... And below me are actually Niels and Alexander, and they became my main competitors in these races. So they will be in the picture very soon. They're actually ahead of me. And now I'm getting a first feeling for how my foil feels, and I very quickly realized that I'm super fast. So you can see the speed in comparison to the others. I'm gaining a lot of meters, and I'm doing that in a very easy way. And now the thing is, it was not like that on the first mark right away, but now the jibes come into play. So the really 2 most important parts of a windsurf competitions are the start and the jibes. And you can see me, doing small mistakes already, but that was a really nice jibe. And the going in a straight line is really not the main thing in a competition. So if you do not have the perfect maximum speed, yeah, that's not the most important if you jibe well and you start well. And now you can actually see Niels ahead of me. I'm behind Niels, both on pretty much the same equipment, only that Niels is still not, or was still on his old foil. And you know, I was like a little bit ballsy here, and I was like, I feel so fast. I just take him from the bottom. And yeah, so I'm on the Ian foil, he's on the F4 foil, and you can see pretty clearly what is happening. But Niels is also a bit heavier, and we had the same sail size. And yeah, now you can see the outside jibe, and the struggle starts from here. This is really where my competition struggle started, because this was the first unsecured jibe, and it was quite wavy out there. And at this moment, when I overtook Niels, I realized, oh damn, I'm really fast. So the only way I mess this up is by doing bad jibes. So I became really stressed about my jibe. Now this is the last jibe before the finishing line. And yeah, of course, this is the worst case. I completely messed up the jibe. It was a completely unnecessary mistake. It was just because I was super nervous and stressed. A lot of people overtook me. Now I'm gaining, you know, back. I'm trying to get back some places. But yeah, this was basically elimination one, and this was for me the worst case that could have happened in elimination one, because in elimination one you usually want to gain confidence, and I gained a lot of confidence in my speed, but I lost all the confidence in my jibes, and this went through the rest of my competition experience. And of course, you know, when you are so fast on the straight line, you want to go to the podium and you want to, you know, do really well. But yeah, it's really tough with these jibes. You probably know the feeling when you're not having the best jibing day and you're getting more unconfident with every jibe, and it only gets worse from there. Yeah, this is the second start. Now in the middle of the picture, that's not me, that's actually Niels. I did a different way of starting. I started down at the pin end, so I'm not in the picture yet. And you can see Alex pushing full power. He was actually the fastest at the competition. He was also on the Ian foil, and he had one sail size bigger than I had. But yeah, you still can't see me because I'm very low. Now, yeah, that's Colin coming into the picture. He also did really well. And now you can see me, and I'm already in first place. I had an amazing start, and here you can really see the difference that a good start makes. And Alex is not seeing me actually. He was not expecting me coming so fast from the bottom, so I could jibe on the inside. He was really surprised. There was also some shouting on the water. And yeah, I did a really nice jibe. That one felt really good. But now I'm in first place, and now the stress level went up full power, because now you feel like, okay, I can win this one. And this is really the maximum stress. Also when you're watching the World Cup and so on, when people are leading, man, your heart rate is all the way up there, and you can see that his speed is superior. You can also see the different sail size, so it's really a bigger sail. That really helped, because the wind was very light. I was not well powered up, and I was on a small front wing also. Yeah, now comes this outside jibe again, and as in the last race, I was like, oh god damn it, oh no, it's gonna happen. And yeah, so I let him overtake me, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a sneaky inside jibe, and I didn't manage to do that. And yeah, now you can see me doing a really bad jibe. I could save it by pushing the foil up again. The Ian foil, it has so much power that it's not so difficult to get it up. And now that's the last jibe, and I made it. But I lost, you know, 500 meters again because of the jibes. Of course, also because of some of the speed, but I could have won that one with more confidence. And yeah, now the last elimination is starting. It's actually hard for me to tell if that's me or Niels in the middle of the picture. I think, let me take a closer look, that's Niels. Okay, so Niels this time had a really good start. And now you can see me again. Is it me? Yeah, it's me. You see me again at the bottom. So again, I had a really nice start, and I was pushing, you know, I found out for myself that the pin end really worked for myself, and that the angle, you know, in which I was flying through the waves really helped me. So going downwind sometimes is not the fastest, you know, depending on your sailing style. And yeah, now Alex overtook me, but I was like, okay, yeah, maybe I can pull off a good jibe here. And now Alex made a mistake. Now he maybe got a little bit nervous, and I made a good jibe. And yeah, you can see Niels, he also made a solid jibe. Niels also was on a very big foil. I was on a way smaller foil, so Niels' jibes were a little bit easier than mine on the smaller front wing. And yeah, so now we are getting to that next buoy, and this really is now a point where I could have won. This really is a situation where I could have gone for first place. The difference is so big, but I completely messed up the jibe. I got so stressed that I messed up the jibe. I got so scared of these rolling waves at this outer buoy that really played with my mind, and I got completely stuck here because the others then took my wind and I got overtaken yeah, by more and more people. And you can imagine, your stress level doesn't get better when you feel fast and you get overtaken and you feel like, oh man, this is unfair. Of course, it's not unfair. You get exactly what you deserve in a windsurf race most of the times, unless your gear breaks or something. But yeah, now I'm pushing back. I'm giving it all, I'm trying to make use of the speed of my foil. And yeah, you can see I can play a little bit. But then again, last jibe, there was a little bit of seaweed. Bad jibe from my side, it's just like that. If you're not on it mentally, and if you're not keeping that foil flying, it's really, really tough to race well. But now, guys, I got angry. I started pumping. And if you look closely, you can see my gear moving. This is because I'm pumping the entire reach. Now I took Colin. Now I want to take Niels. I'm pumping, and the foil is accelerating like crazy. But unfortunately, I hit some more seaweed, so I couldn't pull it off all the way. And also my heart rate was at 190 or something, so I was half dead already. And yeah, Niels was closing the gap at the finishing boat, and he did a really good job there. I hope you found that entertaining. I was shouting on that last reach actually because, of course, you go through all kinds of emotions out there. And I really also fell in love with foil racing at this Racer of the Sea event. Foil racing really is a lot less physical than fin racing. So you're a lot more there with your head, and you can think a lot more what to do. And this was really fun for me. I really enjoyed that. So I definitely want to do more competitions. I hope you also want me to do more competitions and videos of that. Let me know in the comments below. And of course, leave me your feedback for that. So yeah, here's the outro now. That's the last day, unfortunately, with some bad weather. And I would say we see each other at the end of the video for a quick outro. We have the winner's ceremony in just a moment. The races are over. And yeah, you can see the booth. It's yeah, neat and tidy. And I'll come out real quick. And it's raining. But we are here with the entire crew. Especially you, Casper.
Not that hand. Look.
Oh, well, what is going on with your hand?
See the difference? The one is a little bit bigger than the other one from crashing yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, ended up in the boom head with the hand.
It's not good. How did the races feel for you?
I felt super solid. I was just lacking some speed.
Every time I fell into the jibe, I was shouting in the water because I saw Niels coming.
Yeah. I used with the F4 the 850 front wing, so quite big.
Yeah.
So I was not the fastest, but like it's super easy with this one to jibe. So I was making every jibe, and that's where it took you a couple times.
Yeah.
But then if you didn't make a mistake, I didn't have any shot because you were 2 knots faster.
Okay guys, so it was a second place for me, a podium for me at the Racer of the Sea. Unfortunately, all the other races weren't filmed. We did a lot more eliminations. Leave me your feedback in the comments below. Also your first competition experience is very welcome. A lot of people are reading the comments, so if you have cool competition stories to tell, put them in the comments below so we get a little bit of interaction. And if you need anything windsurf related, of course, check out our surf shop, The Wind Lounge. It's to a very large portion making these videos possible, and we are trying to give back to the community also by sponsoring events like the Racer of the Sea. As you saw, we sponsored the prize money. I got back €100 of that prize money. But yeah, I would say we see each other the next time. Bye bye guys. See you around.